Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today, as you guys can see by the title, we're finally going to be adding some things to the M3. Now, these are actually something that I was supposed to install on the F30. As you guys know, I had the competition interior for the car that never actually made it on there. But to be honest with you guys, I knew what I was going to be getting more than likely. So I head on to a certain bit of parts. Obviously, these were actually out of stock at the moment whenever I had the F30, but I had already placed the order for some of these, and it's finally time to put them on. This is something that I've been wanting to do for the longest, honestly, ever since I got the seats. Even though they never made it to the car, I already knew that I was gonna get them. It was something that I wanted, and that was like back in July. We're in January. So before we actually get started with that, I do want to fill you guys in on what was going on with the car. The car was actually gone for 2 weeks, so I was very limited on what I could do. I didn't have any pictures. I just had like very few pictures to post. I had no video content for the car. So I'm just gonna read you guys what was going on with the car, what all they replaced. Oh, sorry, I have the seat kind of all the way forward, and it's really uncomfortable. Where can I put the camera? Alright, so I'm just gonna have to hold it. So, alright, so the car had this issue where when you would turn it on in the mornings, if it was cold outside, or even in the garage, if it was cold, you would hear a tapping noise. So the colder it was outside, the louder the noise would be. So whenever I left the car outside, it was actually louder than whenever it stayed in the garage. So I ended up looking into it, and turns out that it is not a real common issue, but it's a common issue with the S55s. So it turns out that the lifters needed to be replaced. I don't know which one. It could have just been one, but BMW actually gave my local BMW dealership the thumbs up to go ahead and replace all of them. So they replaced, let's see, they replaced all the lifters, they replaced some gaskets, they did an oil change, they replaced the vent hose, collar screw, not sure what that is, ASA screw, self-threading. Obviously, I just feel like these are all like little parts that were part of the job whenever everything came out. And also, I ended up getting a new back window from BMW, and I'm happy about that because I would have been a little upset that I picked up an M3 with the back window not fully working. So it worked, but it didn't work like it should. So anyways, they covered that under warranty. Also, they ended up doing front links, lower joint cracking, left side joint leaking. Remove it and replace both front sway bar links. So they replaced the sway bar links, and they also flushed the coolant, topped the coolant, and blah blah blah. So it doesn't give me a total on how much everything was, or it would have been. I just know it wouldn't have been cheap if it came out of pocket. But luckily, this is something that you can actually catch at an early age of while it's still under warranty. So if you're past 50,000 miles and you're not hearing this noise, I think you should be okay. Other than that, I mean, I feel like this is something that just comes like a common issue from the factory. But anyways, all that's taken care of. Everything seems to be good right now. Luckily, I still have warranty if anything happens to go wrong. This is a 2018, so I'm hoping that all the bugs were fixed aside from that issue. Obviously, the crank hub is still an issue, and that's something that I'm going to worry about later on down the road. Tuning is not really in mind right now. Obviously, I do want to do it, but you guys never know. I might do it in the spring. I might do it in the summer. But anyways, let's go ahead and go with the install. I just figured I'd fill you guys in with what was going on with the car. So these are actually from Suvneer. I haven't even taken them out yet. So let me go ahead and put the camera down and open these up. Here we have the carbon fiber seat backs. Oh man, this is gonna look so good. Oh yeah. As you guys can tell, it's dry carbon, very thin, so it should look like it's OEM, to be honest. So These are, I don't remember if I mentioned it, guys, but these are actually from Suvneer. I think I did, but just in case, these are from Suvneer. So what I'm gonna be doing is, it comes with these rolls of double-sided tape, and there should be another roll in here, so that should be enough to do all these pieces. And what I'm gonna be doing is just going around and trying to fill in the whole piece, that way so it doesn't start lifting up. Like, I don't want to do just small sections. So since this is a skinny double-sided tape, I'm just gonna go around the edges, and then worst case, if I happen to run out of tape, I do have some extra one that I could use. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna do all of them just that way so I can just go ahead and get that out of the way. And then obviously the easiest part is to just peel the tape off and slap them onto the seats. So let me go ahead and put the tape on there, and then we'll continue with the video. Alright guys, so I'm done putting on the tape, and I ended up using this other roll that came in the box as well. This one actually says 3M, so this tape should be good enough. Honestly, the only thing that I'm a little concerned is because it is cold, I'm not sure how sticky it is going to get. So I am going to try to heat up everything before I put it on the seat. But since I did have extra tape left over, obviously these are so small that they really don't need that much. Honestly, I don't even think I needed this much tape, but just to be safe so it doesn't start lifting from anywhere. So I have that done. I put the same amount of tape on that one over there. Obviously I'm not going to show you, well, you guys can see over there, but I do have a front lip, but that's going to be for a separate video. But today we're just going to be doing this quick install. Obviously this is the most time consuming part, was actually placing the tape. And like I said, you probably could have just gone away with like getting the thicker tape and then just doing like chunks throughout the piece, and it would have been a lot easier. But I just wanted to utilize this tape just because I never really have much use for like the smaller tapes. So might as well use it and not let it go to waste. I think everything should be fine. So let's go ahead and take the backing off and slap these on. Alright guys, so I decided to finish up this video the next day just because the lighting was terrible. So I need to invest in some brighter light bulbs. Actually the ones that I have are yellow, so for my lamps that I have, I'm just not a fan of the yellow lighting. So I figured it's better to just kind of wait until the next day. So here's the finished product. Let me take this tripod out. As you guys can see, this turned out really good. I'm a little upset about that because I found this scuff yesterday. I actually never really noticed it until last night, but it is what it is. It's not so bad. It looks worse on camera actually, but it's not so bad in person. I might find a way to kind of like touch it up because it looks kind of ashy. Once I put some cleaner on it, it actually kind of goes away a little bit. So let me see what I can do about that. But yeah, it turned out really good. It looks, this is one of the reasons why I don't want to tint my windows. And obviously I guess during the summertime I like to ride with all the windows down so you can get a good view of it. On the two doors you can't really see too much of the back of the seats, but on the four doors everything's exposed, so you can see everything really well. And here we have the back pieces. Very minor detail, not really going to be noticeable once you tint the windows, but hey, you know it's there, right? But the back pieces, I actually ended up having to add more tape to them because the tape that I had on there before, what I showed you guys, wasn't working enough, so I ended up adding more tape to it and they ended up sticking on there. I'm gonna be completely honest. I had some issues with the bottom of the pieces not sitting flush with the trim, but it's really not anything that's visible. Once the seats are up, as you guys can tell, you can't really notice anything. So it all sits in between the seat and the back piece over here, whatever this thing is called, where the speakers are at. So it's really not a problem. It's just one of those things where fitment wasn't 100% perfect. But yeah, the fronts are perfect to me though. Everything fit just fine. It's not loose, it's not gonna go nowhere, so we're good. Alright guys, well that's gonna do it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think of the carbon fiber seat backs. Even though, like I said, the rears are not 100% perfect, it's something that I can live with. Obviously, it's something that I'm never gonna notice. Honestly, right now, you can't even tell that it has carbon fiber in the back. Maybe on a sunny day, you might be able to tell, but right now, you can't see it. If you tint your back window, I doubt you're ever gonna see it. So it's just one of those things that you know it's there, but nobody's barely even gonna see. So that's why I'm okay with it. The most important ones are the main seats, which are more visible. Those are perfect and can't go wrong with them. They look good. So thank you for watching. If you're new, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. Let's continue with the F80 build, because next video is actually going to be hopefully an exciting one, and I'm actually going to pick up the video now because I'm going to have to do it in 2 separate days. But yeah, see you guys in the next one.